Buckles! Buckles! What is this from Buckles? I hear from Buckles nothing but Buckles, Buckles, and Buckles. Hey folks, believe it or not, Grumps made it to 30. GrumpsTV, welcome to episode 30.
You look pretty good for 30.
You look delicious.
Oh, well.
Positively delicious. Look at Gidget.
I try.
Today we've decided to head south. And I mean, that's not metaphorical, although people could say that the show's been headed south for a long time.
Yeah. So have we.
We are going south, and we'll explain that later. But first, of course, what you are all here for is to see whether Gidget can make it all the way through the song without messing up. Maybe it'll be my turn.
Don't try to cross him, he'll leave you in dismay. And don't try to boss him, he'll ruin your whole day. He's got more mental problems than a shrink could ever say. He's obfuscating, prevaricating, and constantly pontificating, procrastinating, cream cheese green, and forever belly aching, exasperating, aggravating, irritating, he's infuriating, and such an asshole.
Get off my lawn!
That's Grumpsy.
That was maybe our best ever.
Oh, thank you.
Just in terms of,
oh, well.
you know, I mean, maybe we're ready. Maybe we're ready for prime time now. You know what I mean?
After 30 tries, I'm not so sure.
Anyways, you'll notice a South American theme to what I'm wearing.
Well, sort of.
Sort of. Well, yeah,
that
Central
looks
American.
A little Southwestern
Or Central American. And the toilet paper is definitely, well, universal. But look at Gidget.
Well, I was channeling Carmen Miranda, but I didn't have any fruit, so I had to go with the rose. But
and fruit isn't politically correct anymore.
Oh, was I appropriating fruit if I? I don't want to. I don't want to.
And you would have to peel it in order to make it correct.
And it would have to be non-GMO and the whole shebang.
Right.
It's more trouble than I can take. So I just stuck a big fake rose and a Carmen Miranda head wrap. I don't know what the hell.
So let's get right into it. Let's go as far south as we practically can. I mean, not Antarctica, of course, but
land of the
penguins. The penguins.
Puffins. Oh no, puffins are in the Arctic. They're not in it. Are
penguins. I know penguins are there.
Yeah, penguins.
So I'm just going to stay with that. No, we're talking Argentina, the 8th largest country in the world.
Whoa!
And
how'd you know that? I married such a smart man.
Argent is, of course, silver, right? So I'm assuming that there's silver there. In French, argent is money, but speaking of which, next Wednesday we're having a French-themed show because of Bastille Day. It's a few days before, but the 15th falls on the following show, and you don't want to be late for something like Bastille Day. It's sort of like, anyways, yeah. No, that's Spanish. That's the Toreadors.
Oh.
You're thinking of
that.
Yeah.
But I do love the Toreador song.
Yeah. We'll do that when we do a Spanish show, whatever that is.
Oh, can we do a Spanish show?
Sure, and you can make, she made paella the other day.
I did.
Oh my God.
It was pretty darn.
I don't care if she culturally appropriated all that and that sausage and that shrimp.
And the saffron.
It was worth it.
I never told you what that saffron costs.
Oh no, I know. The saffron's
a little vial.
Like
it was like
expensive.
$20 for this little vial.
I know, it costs more than cocaine.
Does it?
Yeah. And it doesn't hurt your nose as bad either.
Well, it gets it a little yellow though instead of white.
It's good for you. It makes your teeth.
Water,
but you see, if your nose is yellow, it makes your teeth look white.
That's true, and that's muy importante, especially when you're on TV like we are.
Right. So, anyways, we're back in Argentina.
Yeah, we're going.
Okay, so here we go. So, welcome to Argentina. We can only go north from here.
I see millions of twinkling stars. Midnight, when a dream becomes a sight. Music, I hear millions of soft guitars. underneath the pampas moon, where you hummed a happy tune, and you kissed your kid goodbye. You'll find your life will begin the very moment you're in Argentina. If you're romantic, senor, then you will surely adore Argentina. You'll be as gay as can be if you will learn to see like a Latin. But Mr. Soon as you learn, then you will never return to Manhattan. When you hear your te amo, you'll steal a kiss, and then if she should say mañana, it's just to let you know you're gonna meet again. I'll bet an old castanet that you will never forget Argentina, where there are rumbas and tangos to tickle your spine, moonlight and music and orchids and wine. You'll wanna stay down Argentina way.
Ruby, come here.
Ruby, it's your solo.
Come on, Ruby.
Come on.
Ruby's gonna take a solo for Argentina.
When you hear your te amo, you'll steal a kiss, and then if she should say mañana, it's just to let you know that you're gonna meet again. I'll bet an old castanet you never forget Argentina, where there are rumbas and tangos to tickle your spine, moonlight, music, orchids and wine. You'll wanna stay down Argentina way.
I think you should do the solo for Ruby one more time.
All right. I don't mind if I do.
Pretty. I'm sure if I'd have had a Sanatini, I would have thought that was a lot better. Oh, she's a good
My
girl.
little love. The best baby ever.
Okay, well,
let's go make your daddy a little treat.
let me have a Sanatini here, and we'll get on with our South American extravaganza
what
now.
A good girl.
Argentina. We sure wish I went there. I can actually understand them because they speak Italian, and their dialect of Spanish is closest to Italian for some reason. Of course, we all know about them because my age, because of the Falkland War. That was a real good geography lesson for me when that happened in the, I believe, the early 80s. I think that's when it happened. Right around the time of Mount St. Helens, to be exact. And I don't think they were related to each other, but then again, Margaret Thatcher worked in strange ways. As a guitar player, though, Brazil. I mean, there's so much history and so much beautiful music and such a rich tradition. And if you're a guitar player, I think every musician goes through a Brazilian period, and most of us don't get out of it. but guitar players can't avoid it. It's amazing. Come on, buddy. Man, I was told by some friends of mine, and of course, people lie to me, and then I'm very gullible and believe it, that they have a saying in Brazil when children interrupt their parents or people interrupt in general. The saying is, "No one passed you the guitar." Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but even if it's not true, in Grump's mind, it's true. Who passed you the guitar? It's a culture. Everybody there plays music, all multiple instruments. They sing. Who doesn't go through a Brazil period? Braziers, they're on the second floor at Sears. Anyways, so with that in mind and that rich tradition, Gidget's got another song she's going to do in a while, but I just want to bring a real live Brazilian on the show. I mean, real live. Like if you went to the Brazilian cage at the zoo, he'd be in it. This man is such a great friend. He's have the opportunity to play with him, to record with him. His name is Nanny, Nanny Assis, Assis. ASSIS. You can find him all over the internet. He's just a lovely man and a lovely musician. I'm going to try and get this on so fast that you hear everything there is to hear.
Howdy, Bruce. Thanks so much for inviting me to do this, man.
Even the way he
I want to invite
talks.
you right now to go to Brazil with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow. Nanny Assis. Look him up. National treasure of now us, because he came to be with us. But in Brazil, he also lives in, or he hangs in New Zealand with a wonderful singer, a dear friend of ours that we both know from there, named Maggie Gould. Also someone to look up. And what can I say? That is some Brazilian stuff right there. You know, man. Oh, and Adlai Alexander, who just commented, is going to be on the show later. We're saving the pacing here. Adlai, you're in the cleanup spot. And now, episode 30, guys. Now, let's face it, you probably can't stop us from doing this, and that's why we're up to episode 30. But that means that for 15 weeks, we've been in some form of lockdown, hunker down. And I just want to say that these are some interesting times we live in, and we're going through a lot. But the important thing to remember is we're not going back to anything. We're going forward into something. So for everybody who are artists to continue to create and to shine the light on where we need to go, for people who have a social conscience to not only scream about it on the internet, but also create that change and in the world around them that we want to have happen, and to listen to everybody and be respectful and to share with them your experience so that we can make this a better place rather than make this a more fractious place. These are all our responsibilities right now. We have time to think about it. If we choose to stand on a box and yell, we're just going to stand on a box and yell. But if we choose to keep a promise rather than make it, the world can be whatever we want. And through music and the artists that I get to interact with, I feel optimistic. And in moments of deep cynicism and deep pessimism, I find that the beauty of music and the beauty of art is a human expression that goes beyond anything tangible. So please, everybody, hunker down and think about the world we need to make happen. Don't think about going back to anything. It ain't going to happen. We're going forward. So I'm going to play some Brazilian music from my Brazilian period, which never ended. And the crowd goes mild. Anyways, that was a song by Baden-Powell called El Astronato. It was written back in 1957 when the Russians shot men into space. The first men into space. And Baden-Powell was one of my first Brazilian encounters. Of course, I knew about Villalobos. And one of my guitar teachers when I was about 15 played me a record with this on it. And I couldn't believe it sounded like all the music was in there. I could hear classical music. I could hear jazz music. I could, of course, hear this exotic, rich samba rhythms in it. And tension and freedom. And it inspired me to no end. And thank you, Baden-Powell. I'm sure he wouldn't have minded too bad what I just did to his song, but there'll be the day of reckoning where I'll find out. Anyways, and all of us, I mean, think about it, here we are. I mean, I'm assuming I'm talking to most people in America, but in United States of America. That's another one that bugs me. How we get to call ourselves Americans. Brazilians are Americans. Argentinians are Americans. Mexicans and Panamanians and Canadians are Americans. Anyways, don't get me started. Well, you already have. And who cares, because there's only like 2 people watching, so I can really get mad now. But there's this rich tapestry of music that we all weave. And, I know everybody would probably hear all that swinginess and that cowboyness in my Brazilian music. And frankly, a lot of the Argentinian music that I hear is very cowboy oriented too. Very horse culture and gaucho. We have more in common than we have that separate us. And I think now is the time to bring Gidget back. Because this is going to be singularly the most difficult thing we've ever attempted on
And we've attempted
the
some.
show. And we've attempted some.
Oh.
We did Pagliacci.
Oh, Pagliacci was the hardest.
You know, this is going to be.
This is. Plus, we don't know how it goes. So
right. This is one of those things where you just do the best you can and you hope for the best, and it's live. So, and notice how more people are watching now that we're doing something that we're gonna fuck up.
Yeah, we're gonna screw it up. So thanks.
This is the jazz police.
Okay.
All right,
I know 1,000 songs without looking at the words, but this isn't one of them.
Okay, this is the level that we'll go to, and one of the reasons we do it, besides to piss you off and for me to get Gidget to still talk to me some.
I'm sitting next to him on a couch.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
like a big deal.
It's just like happens twice a week, for
That's
only an
right.
hour.
Wednesdays and Saturdays.
So
whether I like it or not.
But besides that, we also do it to keep learning.
That's what he told me.
And that's what I keep telling him, to keep her brain together, because we don't want to,
End up
and we write a show and we put it together just because.
We write the show?
Well, we kind of at least plan it out. We plan it out. Come on. Okay.
Oh, okay. Am I ready for this?
Okay, this is like, okay. Now, this doesn't sound it. This is the fastest fucking song in the world.
And the other thing about
this makes
this
Cherokee seem like a ballad.
This song, for me, and it may be for you, and if it is, I'll apologize in advance, is the biggest earworm song for me. This will be now I will wake up in the middle of the night for a week with this running through my head. So these are the lengths that we will go to ruin
your life,
to keep you entertained and allow you to laugh at our ineptness at things. So,
and, you know, if they can't laugh with us, they might as well laugh at us.
I don't mind. At this stage in my life, laugh away.
It's well, wait a minute. I don't mind the laughing.
I'm laughing too.
I don't mind the laughing.
I know, it's
the pointing that bothers me.
You don't like the pointing.
Okay.
Okay. You ready for this? Can I read this from here?
No, you know it. Just make
I don't
it up
know it. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, so it's like stupid. It's like think of Cherokee. Think of Cherokee and Rush.
And go faster. We gotta get going. Where are we going? What are we gonna do? We're on our way to somewhere, the two of us and you. What do we see there? Who will be there? What'll be the big surprise? And maybe caballeros with dark and flashing eyes. We're on our way. We're on our way. Pack up your pack. Pack up your pack. And if we stay, we won't come back. We won't come back. How can we go? We haven't got a dime, but we're going, and we're gonna have a happy time. Now someone said he just got back from somewhere. A friend of mine that I don't even know. He said there's lots of fun if we can get there. If that's the case, that's the place we want to go. We gotta get going. Where we going? What we gonna do? We're on our way to somewhere, the two of us and you. What do we see there? Who will be there? What'll be the big surprise? And maybe caballeros with dark and flashing eyes. I'll take the train. I'll take the train. You take the boat. I'll take the boat. I'll take the plane. I'll take a plane. You ride the goat. I'll ride the goat. Oh, we don't care. We'll either walk or fly, but we're going, and we're gonna have a happy time. Someone said he just got back from somewhere. Oh, this part. And picked a few petunias in the snow. He told me that it's very close to nowhere. If that's the case, that's the place we want to go. Where are we going? What are we going? What are we gonna see? We're off our way to somewhere. Who's on his way to me? Gonna go my way, you go your way. Wanna make a little bet? We'll meet you in the country. They haven't found us yet. Pack up your pack. Pack up your pack. We're on our way. And if we go, and if we stay, we won't come back. We won't come back. How can we go? We haven't got a dime, but we're going, and we're gonna have a happy time. Go, and we're gonna have a happy, 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 happy. Cuanto le gusta, 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 have a happy time. Cuanto le gusta, ole!
That was pretty damn good.
What happened at the end?
Do we do something wrong?
Oh, I did. Well, that's
okay, you want to take it from the end? Do you want to take it just so they hear what it's supposed to be, or no?
I don't even remember how it's supposed to be.
I don't either.
I'm making it up as I go along.
Anyways, now I feel like playing a ballad like Cherokee.
That was exhausting. I'm hungry now.
That was really good. Ladies and gentlemen,
I need
Gidget Miranda.
I need some of your martini after that.
That's a Sanatini.
Well, whatever. It's gin, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that smells good.
Yeah. Anyways, let's see. Ooh, I didn't want to do that. I want to do
Ooh.
This. Okay, I want to see.
It's got olives in it.
Yeah, of course it does. It's Sanatini. Oh, look, all these people are talking shit about
What are they
us.
saying?
I don't know.
They said,
I can't read.
You guys stink.
Oh, man, Kyle Eastwood, which we were supposed to be playing at the Monterey Jazz Festival. Kyle Eastwood's playing at the Baked Potato. You can watch it all over the world.
We were supposed to be at the Baked Potato, too. And the Monterey Jazz Festival.
And the Spud. Well, you know, don't, you know. And, you know, today is the 10th anniversary of Cowbop playing at the Montreal Jazz Festival.
Yes.
We played at this stage that, like, it was really weird.
The Rockstar stage.
You're playing, and as far as you can see, it's just
solid
packed with people.
Like
I mean,
20,
think
20,
about it in COVID,
people.
in COVID-related times. Think about looking out at that many people, but like everybody's standing right next to each other as far as like all the way up the block, a good quarter mile, and the speakers are staggered.
Oh man!
And
we were on the jumbotron.
Yeah.
The monitors.
I haven't been able to get off the jumbotron.
On the
I went to rehab twice, and I still can't get off the jumbotron.
The monitors on the stage were the size of this room, and there were several.
I know. And the weird thing is, I mean, for you rock stars who know this stuff, I'm a jazz guy who plays in clubs, so we're doing the sound check, and of course, while everybody's showing up and they're changing over, and there's a band like a mile away that's playing, and we can hear them. They're just doing a monitor check, like the mains aren't on, and so we're just, can you hear yourself? Can you play for us? So we got a line on you, okay, blah blah blah. And we don't know what we're going to sound like at all. And I said to Gidge,
not on a stage like that.
And I said, Gidge, here's what I want you to do.
I remember this so well.
Go up and say hello to everybody before you sing, so you know what you're getting, so it's not a shock to you. Because it's whatever you think you're going to get, it's going to be something.
It blows your hair back, the sound.
And so
like,
we started off with I'm an old cowhand. And I just went with the intro, which starts off with just something simple like, it just starts off like that. And it was as big as a railroad train. Yeah. And when I heard that, I went like, this is going to be easy.
Oh, yeah. I was.
And at the same time, I know why bands like big rock bands it's such a high.
Oh, it's
such a high to play with that much air underneath your ass while you're playing. I mean, it's like you could skydive without a parachute on this much sound. It's the only way I could describe it to you. You could just feel like you could jump out of a plane and nothing would happen. You play one note and it could be this big, and it's as big as a city block. Yeah. And it's a wonderful thing.
And we did it. Yeah.
And you did it, but it's also, boom.
Okay.
I don't think it ended. I think it's just like
we're having trouble. Oh, good. I can get my drink because.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do though.
Oh, you're on. Yeah.
Is I have a friend who I really want to get on here, so I'm going to stop, folks. I'm going to stop this and start it again because something's happened on our end. Hey, YouTube, I'm going to tell you a little joke while I'm doing this. They're not going to end it. It's just going to keep going. Okay, no, it ended. Okay, now I'm going to go back to home. Okay, a little joke. Two cowboys ride in the rain. They've been out mending fences for weeks. They come home. They see the ranch house in the distance. They can see the smoke coming out the chimney. One says to the other, says, when I get home, I'm going to rip my wife's panties off. And the other guy goes, wow, feeling frisky, huh? And he says, well, 3 weeks in the saddle, mending fences, they start to dig into my hip. Welcome back to Facebook, folks. Sorry about that. Something happened. We were episode 30. We know how this works. Welcome back, folks. We know how this works. Just come on back. You'll all find us. I'm going to give it a little time because I want my friend Adlai Alexander to get a chance to see himself in lights. And I have a little special presentation because, good friends that you've had for a long time and you can remember who they are, that's a huge thing. I mean, think about it. As old as I am, I can remember who my friends are. Wish I could forget who my enemies were. I've got like Jewish Alzheimer's. I forget everything but a grudge. Hey, Gidge, can I get another Sanatini?
Well, if I must.
Okay, everybody's back. Well, I want to show you this, Gidge, while you're here. This is great. Perfect timing.
I'm not here. I'm there, getting you a Sanatini.
Well, come here for a second.
All right.
I want to show everybody something, and I'm going to have to go to Look at this. This was sent to me today.
Oh, wow.
And this is the gentleman who's going to be on the show in a second.
Who's the guy on the
Adlai
right,
Alexander.
though?
That's Adlai Alexander. This guy
He's cute, but what about the one on the right?
Look at it. It looks like a bucket head in reverse.
You look like you're from outer space.
I know, it's
something.
like a kabuki mullet.
It's not a good
experience.
look. I'm sorry to say.
You know.
And
I think and Adlai's having such a good time, and
the
I
dude
can't,
on the left's got you beat, babe.
I know. Well, I can't tell whether I'm having a horrible time or just a shadow on my face. You can't see that I'm smiling, or if I'm just that big an asshole.
Well,
You know. Do you remember that show? Do you remember that show 30 something?
oh sure.
I look like that guy who was on the show who had the mullet.
Oh, everybody had a mullet then.
God, this is embarrassing. And Adlai, you look cool then, and you look cool now. So, Adlai Alexander, ladies and gentlemen, and you will find him. You will find him on the internet, Facebook, all those places, and you will hear him momentarily because I am going to put him on. And there's, I got to kind of work this out so I'm quick. Okay, so we got Adlai. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I think he said, no, maybe not. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, well, you know, you realize that I don't want to delete video. No. Okay, there's that. And then there's, I'm just going to go back there. Let's do this again.
Olha que coisa mais linda, mas de graça. É a menina que vê, que passa no doce balanço com milho do mar. Moça do corpo dourado, do sul de Panima, o seio balançado, que esmaga problema. É coisa mais linda que já vi passar. Porque estou sozinho. Porque tudo muito triste. A beleza que existe. A beleza que não é só minha. Que também passa sozinha. Se ela soubesse se quando ela passa, o mundo sorrindo, se enche de graça, e fica mais linda por causa do amor.
Yeah.
So
wow. You know, Adlai and I have been talking about getting together. He's up in Portland now. We've been talking about getting together and playing again after all these years. And it was on my Grumps to-do list. And then, dang, COVID-19. Well, you know what? GrumpsTV is up to 30, so we beat COVID-19 by 11. Fuck you, COVID-19. We beat you by a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal.
That's telling.
Eat that shit. Okay? But not too much, because in case I need to go to the hospital, I want you to be nice to me, all right? Remember, I was only kidding. All right. Thank you, Adlai Alexander. And thank you for being a friend, because, boy, times like this, that's the most important thing of all. And you know, they once, a couple people have been asking me, they say, Grumps, where you live lately? And I said, well, mostly in the past. Anyways, I'm going to get rid of this for a second. And talk to y'all and play for y'all. Hey, Gidget, you got anything you want to do or say? Or
I
say?
did my piece. I'm making dinner.
Gidget's making dinner, so we got to get on. We got to get on with this, you know. And I want to stay south of the border here. And I let's face it, Grumps has got advanced age and sanitinitis. I don't remember what I've played, but since we're moving north, we've gone through Brazil, we've gone from Argentina to Brazil. Let's go up into, no, maybe not. Let's just, whatever. I'm going to play a song because I can. And then I'm going to have another guest, I think, on the show. And want to let you know again that Grumps number 31 is coming up. What's today? Is today Wednesday, Gidget?
Yeah.
You know, the great thing about this show is at least I know when Wednesday and Saturday are. So Saturday's the next one. We got a pre-Bastille Day French. We're going to be making crepes.
No, I'm not.
And I'm going to be calling everybody stupid. And I'm going to speak the French language. And I'm going to let Gidget dress like Marie Antoinette. And I will mange le cake. Or le cake. Have to get that straightened out. This whole days of gender things and being careful about that. I wonder what the French language is doing, because everything's got a gender, you know. I mean, it's like this, it's either masculine or feminine. But nowadays, since we're kind of letting everything be a little more fluid and we're not trying to be so specific, I wonder if languages like French and Italian and Spanish are going to have to like join the 21st century. Wow, now there's a concept. You heard it here first. I'm not advocating for it. I'm just mentioning it, okay? You can send your letters to somebody else, because Grumps doesn't give a shit. This in 30 years. I don't even know what the name of it is. Somebody does. I just pulled it off a Bad and Powell record. one thing this music taught me, Brazilian music, you know, and it was funny because for years I'd been working with guys and we always talked about how the groove was the essential of everything. Just make it feel good. You hear Wes say that. You hear Bird say that. You hear Train say that. You hear Pop say that. You hear Art Tatum say that. And meanwhile, they're playing all this mean shit. And you never really get it as a young person until you find the right song or the right style that it's all about that thing. Then you get it. Wow. Just got to say, Brazilian music has done more for me than I've done for it, I'll tell you. Anyways, we're wrapping it up here. That's really true. You know, I could say that of a lot of things. Just being on the moment of community and friendship and inspiring people. I'd like to end our south of the border excursion with somebody who's no more Brazilian than I am. She's an amazing person, the best friend you could ever have, courageous person who fought the big C and won and was an incredible, just amazing, what's the word? A role model for all of us to be in times of difficulty, to how to be positive and to make the most of things, how to share and give to the world around you. She works with childhood development at UCLA. But most importantly, really, above all that amazing stuff, she's just a great friend. And she knows how to be a friend. And boy, a lot of us could learn from that. So she sent me a lovely little tape. She's been on the show before singing My Romance. And this is something, I think this is a really good way to kind of go home with. So here she is.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you, Teri. That's Teri Sulc, everybody. S-U-L-C. Love personified. And right now, it's time to end this. Put you out of your misery. And boy, we got so much stacked up for you. Just keep coming back. Grumps 30. If you want to help us out, tell Amazon Prime to forget my address and tell Amazon Video to hire us. Let me think here. One more. I'm going to put the old Grumps TV theme song on because, you know, I spent no expense making it and it needs to happen. Oh, come on. Hey. Here we go.
Don't try to cross him, he'll leave you with dismay. And don't try to fuss him, he'll ruin your whole day. He's got more mental problems than a shrink could ever say. He's obfuscating, prevaricating, and constantly pontificating, procrastinating, green cheese grating, alpha belly, exasperating, aggravating, irritating, and infuriating, and such an asshole. That's
Get off my lawn!
Grumps.
Everybody, if you get right, work.
If you get right, work.
Yeah, if you get right, work.
That's good.
I'm glad you appreciate that.
So I can take my clothes off.
Yeah, well, if you haven't already, you better hurry because I'm getting really frisky.